So, hello everyone. Welcome back to another special edition of the Deercast. You can see again, Tom and I are on the road. Where are we going this time, Tom?
We are heading to Redditch.
Redditch, yeah.
Which is quite a long way north for us.
It is. Proper north for us.
We've both got our passports, just in case.
Never know.
And we're off to see Tom and Max from Devana/Tom's Targets. Because I think, well, we're going to get a bit of a workshop tour, but also we're going to try our hands at making something. We've been told to wear scruffy clothes because we're going to get our hands dirty.
We're going to do a bit of welding.
Yeah.
Do a bit of grinding.
Excuse me.
There they are. Tom's wearing shorts, so he's well prepared. Bare legs. Just what you want for welding.
Yeah.
I'm actually super excited to see some stuff come together.
Yeah.
I've seen so many of their products, and obviously we spent a lot of time with them at the stalking show, and we talked a lot about their workshop. So, yeah, I'm really excited to see where the magic happens.
You've shot down quite a lot of my optimism this morning, though, haven't you? Because we're in the Tiguan, the very reliable Tiguan that I've just got back from the garage.
We've got how many engine warning lights on?
Oh, actually, one's gone off.
Gone.
Yeah, I know. We've only got a flat tyre now, apparently.
Right.
Which we haven't, just to clarify. The car just thinks it does. We're not in the pickup because the pickup actually has a flat tyre. Because the plan was we were going to go up and see Tom and Max and potentially try our hands at building our own Highseat, which would look awful. And I imagine they'd want us to take back home with us because they wouldn't want it anywhere near their workshop. And that would fit in the back of the pickup, but it's going to struggle to fit in the back of here. So I suggested to Harry this morning, why don't we pivot and instead of a Highseat build a skinning cradle. But Harry shat all over that idea, didn't you?
Well, I think you need to make. I think it'd have to be stainless steel, and I think welding stainless steel is quite difficult. I don't know. I don't think they would make I doubt they've got stainless steel just knocking around the workshop. Or happy to give us like several hundreds of pounds.
I just make it out of bog standard metal and just Raptor paint it. Raptor paint is the answer to everything.
You can't just Raptor paint everything in your life, Tom.
I'm
just hope it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
No, it's not how it works.
Yeah.
So I'm not convinced by that idea. But look, I want to do a bit of welding. I want to do a bit of machining and things, and see how it all happens.
Yeah. I'm really excited. It's been a while since we've seen the guys at Devana and Tom's Targets as well. I think we were last with them back at the stalking show, weren't we? So it'd be good to have a bit of catch up. I think they've moved to a new, bigger, expanded unit.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see that, and interesting to see the magic happen.
Exactly. See how we get on.
Wow. Look at this.
Knock.
Gentlemen, welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Welcome to HQ.
What a place you've got.
Yeah. Welcome, Harry and Tom, to the Devana Tom's Target HQ.
Magnificent building that it is.
Yeah, very impressive.
It's very plush.
It's where the magic happens, yeah.
Yeah.
It's all right.
It's really smart.
Spent all weekend tidying it just for you, so it's not usually like this.
Eat our dinner off the floor.
That's it.
It is beautiful. Very clean and organised.
Yeah. So what have you got in store for us today?
So today we're going to have a bit of a tour around the workshop. We're going to show you the different processes of the Highseats.
Yeah.
There's some stuff that's pre-galved, which I'll show you. We'll do a bit of welding. You can do some welding, burn yourselves. We've got a Highseat out in the field as well, not too far from here. So we're going to have a look at the finished product with the leg kit, which is a new product.
This is your new one.
The new lean-to / freestander. So we'll go and have a look at that.
Yeah.
And then we'll shoot some targets as well. I've got a nice new dual tree to try out. So
Okay.
give that a whirl.
So I have an important question. I stupidly have worn shorts. Bad choice, good choice? I see you're in shorts, so I feel like I must be...
I've got leathery knees, so... But
You've also got a lot of holes in your shorts.
well, that's it, yeah. So a bit of factor 50 on the legs, and you're ready to go, yeah.
Okay. And we'll maybe show
You don't
you...
look too convinced.
I'm worried now.
You'll soon develop a bit of crocodile skin when you're
Okay.
messing about with fire, so...
Sweet. And what's going to happen to the end products that we've tinkered with? Are you going to have them destroyed? Like, is your level of confidence in us pretty low?
No, it'll be fine, it's easy.
Okay.
You do the quality control.
I might have to go over it again, but it's just sticking metal together, isn't it? So Can't be too hard.
Of course. Right. Well, let's go on a little tour then, shall we?
Let's go for it. Right then,
Right.
so first process, the steel comes in pre-cut, just because of the sheer quantities, it's just too much for us to cut ourselves, so it comes in pre-cut, all on the shelves. That's post-drilling. So we've got the saw here, just in case we do need to do some cutting ourselves, just for any bespoke pieces or whatever.
Yeah.
Got the timber saw, for the timber slats. And then we've got this honey, 1980, 45 years old, and that's what does all the graft.
Wow. So literally, like the bits of box come in. If you need to trim them there,
Yep.
straight onto here,
And
drill
then
them.
straight onto the shelves here. So, for example, this will be, there's your backrest for one of the high seats. Got your timber holes with a nice 10-degree angle to make it nice and comfy. And yeah, it just all goes on the shelf. Got some stuff that needs drilling, and then if we work round.
Have you got to the point that you've done this so many times that you could be like, right, that is the cross bit from X size high seat, that's the bit from
100%, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy. And then we go around. So this is my little area where all the welding happens. Obviously the stuff, the steel comes onto the shelf, passed through to me. This is the little welding screen. So whenever Tom's packing targets, we don't blind him. So that's all that is. And then yeah, onto the welding table. Nice big old table, good height to work from. And these are some of the parts. That's for like one of the single seats.
Yeah.
So that'll just be your cross piece which your ladder hooks onto. And those are the stuff I was doing on Friday.
I hope you're not expecting anything that neat from us.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am.
Okay. High
So-
standards.
I got some ladders tacked up already. They're ready to weld up. So literally come in. So we've got jigs here. Stack the parts in the jig, tack it up, and then get welding. And then eventually, if we turn around, gets piled onto a pallet, and then off to the galvanisers.
And so how do you process it in terms of, do you make 10 sets of ladders in a batch, or do you make like all the pieces for one individual high seat, or like how? Like,
So depending on orders, say for example, there's one for 15 lean-tos.
Yeah.
I will literally do, because the frames are underneath this, so I'll literally do all the frames.
Yeah.
And then it's a bit boring, but it's just the most efficient way of doing it. And then all the ladders, and then those are the little gubbins, I call them, for the to make it up, really, the cross pieces, the T-bars, the braces. Yeah. So yeah, and then it comes back from the galvanisers. Obviously we're a bit light at the minute because got some big orders went out last week. So yeah, trying to build up the stock, but it's next to impossible to keep up.
I was going to say, do you deliberately not keep much stock in terms of once it's been galv, you try and get it out the door straight away?
Yeah, no, well, we actively try to do stuff. Say if I have 15 lean-tos come in, I'll probably try and make 20.
Yeah.
But then it's then trying to catch up that process, and then you get an order in for say like, well, ideally 5.
Yeah.
And you've already like made 5, so but then it's just
And if hypothetically, and I appreciate it's going to change throughout the year, if an order comes in, how quickly generally are you?
well,
those back
to be
out?
we were really busy last year with the workshop move, and Tom's targets was mad busy. So the lead times we were looking at like 4 to 6, but unfortunately they did stretch out to about 8, some of them, which was just it was a bit of a shame really. But we're down to probably about 4 weeks now. So
That's pretty quick to get a high seat. I think anyway.
it is, but the trick is trying to keep on top of it.
Yeah.
Because I believe now we're sort of set up in this new unit, we can then start pushing through stock and then creep those lead times down again. And we've trimmed the range down as well. So the metal-free standard that we do is no more. So that's the lean-to with the leg kit. So obviously all the components for the lean-to is just one bit rather than 2 different seats.
Yeah.
So that's made a big difference in the process.
And do your orders all come in at certain times of year? Because I mean, for me as like a deer stalker, end of season, I then don't think about it for, I don't know, 6 to 8 weeks. And it's probably sort of July time when you're thinking about getting back out on the male fallow again, that you're sort of like, oh God, I need to order that high seat for that spot.
That's the way it goes, yeah. So last couple of weeks, really, it's been quite quiet, but we're literally like end of last week had 2 like nice orders come in. So people are obviously starting to think about it, but this is obviously the time of year to do it because obviously the ground's dry. You can stick them in a trailer, take them around your ground. You can actually get around your ground, and obviously the time it takes to build them. So sort of you kind of want to do it end of the season really, like spring, summer. But obviously, like you said, people are busy. You don't really think about it. November comes around. There's some does that need going. The ground's wet, and it's a 6-week lead time. So it's it's just one of those really.
Yeah. Awesome. And then a nice little try not to fall over. Nice little office over here.
Ah, yeah.
This is where the business side.
That's it. It's a bit of a mess, but we'll have a look. So this is the new office. I've started to carpet it, but that was like a Saturday morning job. Didn't finish it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just a bit of a mess. Got the most important thing on the wall, ready for the Lions tour down under. So
I feel like there's a lot of space for taxidermy in here as well.
Yeah, there's a load of heads on top of the roof that need putting up on the wall. So then we've got a kitchen.
Got all the mod cons.
Got the plumber coming in on Wednesday to finish it all off. Yeah, and then a little toilet in there, which isn't quite there yet, but once again the plumber. But yeah, it's coming on nicely.
It is very smart.
The future's bright for Devana Hunting.
Yeah. Awesome. Right.
So, should we do some welding?
Yeah. I'm excited.
Let's go. Clean your tip. Okay, so basically what you're doing... Yeah. It's going to be funny. You'll see the wire coming out when you pull the trigger.
Yeah. So this is a spool gun?
That is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a MIG
arm,
welder. There's the gas, got the wire inside the welder.
Right.
So you'll see the metal start to sort of melt.
Yeah.
And then you can see it through your lens and basically melt it together.
Okay. Alright.
Okay. Just have a go. So just run it along there.
Yeah. That left to right, yeah.
Whatever's comfy for you, if it's that way or that way, but maybe come that way because you can see it all there. If you go that way, you're sort of hidden by the gun. Have a go. See what happens. Oh my god. Oh, fuck it, look at that. I mean, it's not bad.
Where are we?
It's not bad. You're a little bit quick on it. Okay. So let me finish that one up. It's like a machine gun.
So you just let Harry have a go on the welder, which is pretty brave of you.
We did, yeah.
Is that part now scrap?
No, just wants a bit of tidying up. Get the grinder on it, clean it up, and probably weld it again.
Not up to your usual high standards.
No, but welding is actually a very simple job.
Yeah.
Like this part of the job, it is literally sticking metal together.
Yeah.
And obviously you just get used to it. You know what's what, whatever, blah blah blah. But yeah, the difficulty of this comes with obviously the design. We've got jigs for everything, so everything is all literally the same. So it's just tack, 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 all in a jig, and then stick it together. It's dead easy.
So in terms of like high seat fabrication, if you like, is the most difficult bit the kind of setup, making the concept, getting all those jigs together, and getting a product that works. The actual, so once you've got all that bit sorted, then going through the motions, more straightforward.
Basically, yeah. So you can do this in your sleep once you do enough of it. So Yeah.
So we could loan you Harry as a dancing monkey every now and then when you're short.
We need some staff, yeah.
Okay, well,
Well, we're going to get
a job.
We're going to get him on the drill in a minute. See how he goes with that.
He's good at drilling.
Oh God! Stick those gloves on. There's your glasses. You need the glasses. This is lethal. Right, what have we got here? What can you drill?
It's scaring me now. I thought this was going to be a nice, straightforward.
What have we got here? What's this?
We're going right.
Okay, right. You're going to do some.
We need these, do I?
Yeah, and
the
your glasses. And your glasses.
So am I in sport mode or normal mode?
Whatever you want. So basically, going to do some ladder rungs. So obviously, these are the treads of the ladder.
Yeah. All right.
So they just need a 10mm hole. Yeah. Close to the edge. So these are literally for the galvanising process. So they're just drain holes for the galv. So
that's it. Okay.
So 10mm is in.
Yeah.
So I want literally the same as that on both sides of that. Green button is go.
Red stop.
Red stop. Once it's going, don't
grab it.
Don't grab that. And then just off you go. Yeah, she's a good old bird. So go easy on her.
Love it. Old ways are the best sometimes. Wow.
Hold on tight.
Oh yeah. All the way?
No, just the one.
Just one side. Look at her go.
Good drilling.
Oh yes.
Do another one.
Oh, another one.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, okay.
Go try and get a bit closer to the edge.
Okay. Like that?
Yeah.
Easy. All right.
Yeah.
Sorted.
Lovely job. It's easy, but bearing in mind you've got 7 of those on every high seat.
Yeah, I bet you're doing that quite a lot.
Yeah. That's what Joe's for.
Is that the man who does drilling?
It is. He's the driller.
He's the driller.
Yep. There we go. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, it was great.
So we've come out to the field, as it were, to see one of the new 2-man Highseats, and these 2 monkeys up there are going to give us a little bit of background as to what this is, why it's different, and what the advantages potentially are. Go on then, you two. I'm going to get out of the way before one of you does something horrible to me down there.
Well, I thought when we drove up to this that it was one of the freestanding high seats because I've got 2 already at home, but it's not, is it?
Well, no.
What is this, Max?
So it's now a lean-to with a leg kit. So freestanding lean-to.
It could be both.
Could be
It's
both.
a hybrid.
It is. So shall I show you what's different?
Yeah, go on then.
Cool. So there's a new slight design. So obviously first one we can notice is the footrest.
Yep.
So I don't know if you can see on the camera, but you have holes there, and then the footrest is bolted on. So if you're a little bit shorter,
Oh, so you
want a
could
high
raise it up
footrest,
for
you
a...
can raise it up
I
or
might,
raise it down.
Yeah, okay.
Just whatever's comfy for you.
That's nice, isn't it?
So should we climb down and have a look at this leg kit?
Go on then.
After you, Harold.
Okay.
So as you can see, we've got the T-bar,
Yeah.
the lean-to. So
So if you order a lean-to high seat,
yeah.
what does it come with?
So you'll
What's
have.
the new
so the
stuff like?
ladders now got these lugs welded on.
Right,
so
got
at a
it.
later date, if you
Yep.
wanted to add the leg kit, it's all compatible.
Yep.
You'll come with the T.
Yep.
So you can see the V on the back
Yeah,
to go against your tree.
That's the same as it used to come with.
Yeah,
wasn't
that's
it?
exactly the same.
But
Yeah.
the tabs now.
Yeah. And
Okay.
then you got the brace in here, which are in the truck, which
yeah, of
we'll
course.
add on when we lean it up against the tree.
Yeah.
So yeah, so basically you've got the back legs all come in 2 parts.
So
all
that's if
boxed
you
together.
so if you've got the lean-to seat, and
Yeah.
then if you order the leg kit, you get this.
You get your back legs.
Yeah.
your 2 braces,
Yeah.
horizontal braces, and then your 4 diagonal braces.
And a different bottom.
Yeah.
bracket.
So before the old freestanders, the angle was welded onto the actual frame.
Yeah.
But now we've welded the angle onto this bar, so
Yeah.
anything that comes out now
Yeah.
as a leg kit will come with that bar.
Amazing.
So you just switch that around.
Great. So
And,
if you've got
happy
a
days.
lean-to and you're thinking, it'd be really helpful if I could, like, you know, put that into the middle of a field or move that somewhere else, you can just order the kit,
Yep.
convert it all.
100% compatible. Yep.
Amazing. And vice versa. How long does it take, do you think?
We'll have a look.
All right.
Let's go and do it.
Cool. Okay, so you've just seen Max and I move this high seat. It's actually quite a good demonstration idea. You know, if you had it up in a top corner and you wanted to move it up to this tree, you can obviously do that with this high seat. So, Max, what are we going to do?
We're going to turn it into a lean-to.
Okay, how long do you think that's going to take?
Under 5 minutes.
Okay, all right, we're going to give it a go.
You ready?
I'm going to be assistant.
Bitch.
3, 2, 1, go.
Let's go. Let's do this. Quick, innit?
So, there we go. Granted, there were 2 of us.
Stinging now.
There were 2 of us, but that's what, 3 and a bit minutes? And we've gone from freestanding to lean-to. Obviously, you've got to do a bit of strapping and, you know, clearing and what have you, but I think that's pretty impressive, to be honest. Shows the versatility. And, yeah, you've got 2 seats in one, really, haven't you?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Happy? You happy?
Very happy.
Cool.
Great bit of kit.
So what's the focus? What's the next step for Devana now?
So basically we've, with the new workshop setup, which we went through earlier, we're just going to try and focus on getting the stock in. So obviously cut lead times down, and we feel like we're in a good place to sort of do that. So we've simplified the range, got the actual metal freestander out of it, and just obviously the lean-to with the leg kit. Comes in a double and a single. So yeah, just basically just look at nailing down the customer service side of things now, really.
And is the sort of focus fewer products but faster, quicker to high standards, basically?
Pretty much, yeah. So we've dabbled with a few things now, and we kind of like know what works, what we can manufacture efficiently. So yeah, we're just working on the simplified version of it.
So obviously here in the workshop, Devana is probably only sort of like 50% of what goes on here. The other 50% is Tom's Targets.
That's it. Yep.
Clues in the name, but what is Tom's Targets? What do you guys do?
So rifle targets, so centre fire, rim fire. We're pushing an air gun range now as well. So
Yeah.
we'll have a look.
And is
I'll show you.
this all the stock behind us?
This is all the stock, yeah. So what we got here, so 6 shelves of Hardox AR 500 steel.
Heavy.
Yeah, 10mm thick.
So so this is going to stand up to any caliber pretty much. apart from
Depending on your
something silly.
distances.
Yeah.
Say for example a 308, if you shot that 150 metres, it will be bulletproof.
Yeah.
Obviously, your smaller, faster rounds are going to do a bit more damage. So your 22 250 is like a nightmare for it because it's so small and so fast. Basically armour piercing. But yeah, your bigger, slower rounds are, it wears it all day long.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you've seen the Fox section.
And so I was going to say, so what's the range, as it were?
Okay, so underneath you'll see the sort of deer silhouettes with various reactives. You've got the robot, that's probably one of the most popular ones.
Muntjac over here.
Yeah, so this is the reactive zone. So this is the back of it. So basically it comes, put your stem through, locks in, paddle, classic.
Yeah.
Paddle slides on and in. And there we go, there's your hole. And you get the double,
nice clunk,
double report. Yeah, you see it and then you hear it.
Yeah.
And, so that's on all the reactive silhouettes. And this is new, actually, we've just brought out and designed. This is the dueling tree.
Yeah.
All of this is Hardox, whereas before we dabbled with it, trying to design something that was bulletproof, but it didn't really work. So Tom's worked hard behind the scenes.
When this gets hit, does it literally, it'll spin all the way around to the other side?
That's it.
Or does it kind of lock back in like
that?
that?
No, because of the angle of it as well.
Yeah.
And the power you're shooting, it'll literally spin. We'll take it outside in a bit and have a shot, so you can see it in action then.
Yeah. So you've got sort of not quite life-size, but sort of pretty much life-size reactive targets. Targets like this that's, not static, but you know what I mean.
Yep.
What else? It looks like there's loads on the shelves.
So where do we start, really? So we've got more of like we go to the gongs. Go to the gong section. These are the most popular ones, really. This is what every rifle shooter who shoots steel will have a various amount of gongs. So we've got
all sorts of sizes.
75 mil all the way up to 500, which is on the desk. So this is a slight new design as well. With obviously you see your three holes there. So we do a thing called a pro stand, which is behind young Harold on the desk, which I'll show you shortly. So you can have your poles and chains option, or you can have your pro stand option.
Yeah. And I'm guessing advantage of pro stand, which we'll see in a sec, is that you haven't got chains that you're going to potentially accidentally going to shoot through.
Yeah, that's it. The pro stand is all Hardox, so that will take the bullets. So if we spin around, we'll have a look at it. So here's your pro stand.
This one here.
Yeah. So this is designed obviously for like hard standing. There's your hook. All AR 500. Job done. Hook her on, away she goes.
Because we've got, I think, a 3-tiered pro stand version, and the advantage, I think we've got one that's got a spike and potentially sort of base option. It just means if you're on level ground, you can use it like that. If you're not, you literally just spike it in. It's absolutely brilliant.
The spike's good. Yeah. You can alter the height on the spike as well. So yeah, it's good. And this also comes with we're stocking these hit indicators from Hornady.
Yeah. So
they're very, very popular. So I'll show you how it works. Let's have a look. And I bet the battery's flat. Hook's on there. Watch your eyes, it is bright.
Oh, there she goes.
So let me give it something to hit. Here we go. So as the bullet comes in, gives you a little flash.
Yeah.
You can see that up to like a mile away. So yeah, that's what we're doing.
And then this is the kind of the big boy version.
This is the A-frame, very, very popular.
Yeah.
It's very popular with like the shooting ranges because it's so versatile. Everything you see with like the vertical slot for the pro stand is also available for this the A-frame. So all these hooks are Hardox again, so it's all shootable. And so yeah, you can basically put whatever you want on there, really.
Well, I think the great thing for me about this and the pro stand is that all of it just collapses flat. So I have my pro stand just in the back of the pickup.
That's it. It's ideal.
And it's literally flat, doesn't take up any space. It's not like this is kind of. I'm guessing if you wanted to, you could make this more permanent. But at the same time, it's really easy to take down, move apart, move around. One person can do it. Job's good 'un.
That's it. Yeah. Shall we have a look at the rimfire range?
Absolutely.
So behind you. So this is all new, really. So Very, very simple stuff. So
Yeah.
this is Hardox as well, AR 500, but 6mm.
Okay, so it's just
obviously
slightly thinner.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
quite clear. So there's a difference. So we've got little different animals. Say the rabbit, which all it does is hook on, and then just fire away really. And we've got some quite fruity designs. I saw old Neville messing about with the T-Rex. So you got the little T-Rex, rhino, lion, the roebuck. Just a bit of all sorts really. Just
Very cool.
yeah.
And do you guys do custom orders in terms of if someone came to you and said, I want a gong of X size, or I want a specific sort of silhouette target of X?
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
is it
Yeah.
yeah.
We do custom stuff because it's all basically just Tom does it on the computer and
Yeah.
job done. But obviously the lead times stretch, the design time will make it more expensive. So, but I think we do like quite a good range of products, and obviously like we try and keep the stock high as well, so we can try and get those delivery times down. But obviously custom stuff will then sort of push that a bit further out. But yeah, there's a fair bit of steel here.
Very cool. And this is going to sound like a really silly question, but Highseats metal, Target's metal. Is there any crossover between the two, or are they two? Because I appreciate two very different types of metal.
Yeah, completely different. Obviously, the Highseats are all box section based,
Yeah.
really, and this is sheet steel that we source from Sweden, straight from the mill, and then yeah, they go from there, and then just get it laser cut.
Yeah.
And is on the shelves.
And is this similar in terms of Highseats? We were saying earlier, there's like a peak time of year where loads of people order stuff. The Target's similar, or is that more of a kind of year-round
the
business?
Targets are definitely year-round.
Yeah.
Year-round, yeah. So the trade shows, they ramp up the orders because they're because people can actually see it firsthand.
Yeah.
Because you think, because obviously a rifle's such a high-powered bit of engineering, you think I'm going to punch a hole through that bit of metal until you sort of pick one up and see it.
It's a decent
in
weight to
person,
them, isn't there?
Yeah, you sort of understand then. As you can see where it's cut as well. I know it's going to sound silly, but you can just see how dense it is, can't you? It's
Yeah. And what's the most popular Tom's Target product? Or top three?
Pro Stand.
Yeah.
As far as the silhouette goes, I'd say the Roebuck along with the Muntjac, very, very popular. To be fair, it's pretty steady. Foxes, it depends what you shoot, isn't it? And then,
Yeah.
But yeah, poles and chains. People love the poles and chains because they're so easy to use. Stick out in the field. Job done. Yeah.
Ideal. Very cool. Let's go and shoot this reactive target.
Let's go.
So, we just had a really interesting talk through of all the different targets out there on offer from Tom's Targets, one of which being the dueling tree. So I thought it'd be rude not to have a little go at shooting at it. So you're going to be able to watch this through this footage, but really interestingly, Harry has put his camera down at the far end. So I've been given 5 bullets to have a go at the dueling tree with, and then I've got 1 special bullet for Harry's camera. So wish us luck. There goes the camera.
Get the bottom one.
Right,
The bottom one's nearest the camera.
Harry's camera. That is good fun. So one product we haven't used today, but it's one that Harry and I are really, really fond of, is the Zero Hero, because it is literally, as you can see here, really, really simple, but great bit of kit, 'cause you can just keep it in the back of the truck permanently. When you need to zero or check zero or anything like that, strap a bit of board or even cardboard into it, chuck it in the ground, and away you go. It's an awesome bit of kit.
Yeah, so you've probably seen it through Devana when they were orange, and now Tom's Targets have taken them on. So it's exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
And it's So if we switch it out, have a look. So obviously there's the back of it. With the simple as, isn't it? Screw bolts, plyboard in.
It's such a simple but useful little design, isn't it? So I imagine you sell a lot of those.
Yeah, it's good seller.
Yeah. Roughly how much are they?
35, I think. Something
There you
like that,
go.
round about that.
Great little bit of kit.
Cool, let's go shoot it.
Let's do it.
So we just set the Zero Hero up. I've been very kindly lent this 308 to have a pop with, and we're going to show Tom how it's done. Let's see how we got on. Look at that. I was aiming, well, the first shot, right, I was aiming there. Second shot, I was aiming about there, and then the third one about there. So I think it's pretty good actually. But you know, the Zero Hero worked flawlessly.
Are you proud of yourself?
What do you mean? What's wrong with that? I'd have passed a DHC1 with that, mate. No problem. That's 4 inches. What's that? Yeah, perfect. Probably one of the best groupings I've ever done.
It's not lying there.
Okay everyone, so we're on our way home. You've seen my Indiana Jones style escape from Tom's Targets Devana. We had a really great time with the guys. We had the chance to do some welding. I can't quite believe that I got let loose with not just a welding torch, but also a drill press. That was quite good fun.
I got let loose with a 308. Well, and you did as well, actually.
We
Versus
did.
one of their targets.
We had a little play with the targets. We did a bit of a look at their new, quite versatile lean-to slash freestanding high seat, which I think is a really sensible, clever idea. And yeah, we had a great visit with them.
Yeah, I think as ever, there are a lot of high seat potential providers out there. If you were looking at buying a high seat.
Yeah.
But what I've always said about Max and Tom from Devana and Tom's Targets is that they are just really nice guys to deal with.
Yeah.
And so placing an order with them, really nice and easy. Getting your product nice and easy. Any aftercare, after product kind of stuff, nice and easy. And they're a British company, really nice to support them. And it's just a good laugh, it's good fun.
They're the sort of blokes you can just pick the phone up to, you know, have a chat, explain what you want. The same for Tom's Targets, and you know, they're there. They can ship it all out to you. They haven't got massively long lead times. The product is really good. I've had my high seats now for 4 years, and they're all basically as good as new. I'm really pleased with them, and the same with my Targets. To be fair, I can't say that Hardox, you don't really have to do anything to it. It's properly solid stuff. So absolutely, yeah, I had a really good time.
Really good. I think interesting to actually learn the production process, both for targets from a Tom's Targets point of view, but also Highseats.
Yeah.
Where they're trying to focus going forwards as a business, what their priority is. It's just nice to get out and see these people, isn't it, and learn something more about different bits of the industry that perhaps otherwise we wouldn't have got to see otherwise.
Definitely, yeah. Well, as always, thank you very much everyone for joining us. Please do like, comment and subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified about new videos.